MegaMasterX playing Wonder Boy, or Wonder Girl in this case, and now we pass it over to MegaMasterX, bringing us Animal Crossing New Leaf, playing up to the first deck. So, MegaMaster, if you'd like to just introduce yourself, we can get you started quite shortly.
Thanks so much, Draco Dan. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, MegaMasterX here. First step percent, just a quick rundown. This goes pretty quickly. It is a pretty short run. It's really easy to pick up. The goal of first step percent is to pay off the first debt, which is 10,000 bells, as quickly as humanly possible. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown in 3, 2, 1, go. We start off with Rover. If you're familiar with the GameCube Animal Crossing, Rover will seem kind of familiar to you. He is a nice cat. This is the Japanese version. It runs a little bit quicker than the English version. The text scrolls faster. There's less of it. It's all around nicer. Yes, I'm a boy. I don't really care where the town name is. So we get 4 maps that are randomly generated at the beginning of the run. I'm looking for the town hall being very close to the station. These are really bad maps. This is so bad. This is the last one. I'm going to have to run this one. You get 4 randomly generated maps at the very beginning of the game. If none of them are really optimal, you're just kind of stuck with them. So we're probably going to lose maybe a few seconds at best, but this will still be a pretty good run. So, for those that are uninitiated, the first deck can easily be paid off by hitting a money rock that randomly spawns in the town. And the money rock, to go into more detail about that, the money rock, you get a bunch of rocks in your town, and once per day, every day, if you hit those rocks a bunch of times with a shovel, money pops out. So our goal is to pop out enough to pay off our first debt, and it can spit out about, I think, around 17,000 bells. So just the last 2 bags will be enough to pay off our debt, which is good. Thank you for the good luck, guys in chat. So in order to, of course, hit the rock of money, you need to buy a shovel. And in order to buy a shovel, you have to get 500 bells. There are 2 ways to do that. Also, playing more into the RNG of the run, your town, when you start the game, has a random fruit. And one of those has a chance to be a perfect fruit, which is pretty low chance. I don't know exactly what the percentage chance of it is, but it's pretty low. But if you get one of those perfect fruits, it's enough to buy the shovel outright. You don't need to get anything else. So we got pears. A perfect pear is identified by being golden. We got 1 rock. Is that perfect? No perfect fruits. 2 rocks. Kind of unfortunate. So I'm just keeping a mental count of the rocks that I encounter on the way. The more rocks that are between each of my destinations, the more likely I will be finding a money rock. So the least amount of rocks, it's not good. So Isabel is just giving us a quick rundown here. Arguably the best mayor. Telling us where to go. Because maps are hard, right? Alright, so we have to go up to the resident capitalist monster, also known as Tom Nook, to put us in crippling debt for the rest of our Animal Crossing careers and our lives. I'm actually going to shake this tree. Go ahead and pick up some pears. Just to be safe. I mean, there's a chance I could still find a perfect pear and that'll end up being a time loss, but I'm not going to take that risk. I agree, this game is pretty lit, Pickle. For sure. We're going to go hit Tom Nook. It's kind of late in the evening in the game, which is not necessarily a good thing. The place that you pay off your debt, this Nook Homes, is open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. in the real time, and I've actually had runs die before because the clock hit 10:01. That was more funny than anything, honestly, but it was still kind of embarrassing. So we gotta wait for Nook to catch up. He's a fat little raccoon, so he takes a little bit to run. There's another rock. There's a horse in the town, too. Pretty cool. Thanks, Adele. Thank you for believing. I believe, too. Okay, so we put our house here. It doesn't really matter where the house is, truth be told. I mean, honestly, Tom Nook is probably the source of many horrors. The debt is pretty bad. Bring us the bells and wipe away the debt, he says. Great. So we're going to talk to Isabel again, who's going to say, hey, good job on getting in crippling debt and also picking a house. She'll also hand us our ID card, confirm our birthday, and we will get a chance to plant a sapling. That is indeed actually my real birthday. Oh, my estimate isn't 45 minutes. I just realized that. That's okay. We're going to finish this run super quick. Okay, so our goal here is to just pat the seedling, and then that'll be it. Pat, pat, pat. Okay. So another difference between the English and Japanese versions of the game is that the text that tells you how to save the game after this is slower. It's probably the only instance of slower text in this game. Okay. So Isabel's like, cool, good job, you planted the seed, you did the thing. Next up here, we already have 3 pairs. The backup strategy, if there are no perfect fruits there, is to pick up an extra, I believe it's 5 fruits, and then you take your socks off and sell them. And then you get to buy the shovel, and then it's wham bam, thank you ma'am, all done. So I've done the thing. Alright, now we get to buy the shovel. There's still no perfect pairs, that's kind of depressing, but I'm going to go ahead and just do the fruit backup now. And I actually took my socks off this time and not my shoes like I did in practice the other day. Also, we have just enough to pay 500 bells for the shovel. Realistically, it's kind of first world problems to sell your socks for a shovel. It's kind of like selling your home for a chicken nugget, something like that. But right, so this is Timmy Nook. Also, Timmy and Tommy are running the shop while Tom Nook is running his real estate empire. So we're going to tell him that, yes, we do want to sell things. Exactly 512 bells, which satisfies the 500 bell cost for the shovel. We're going to say yes, we're going to buy it. He's going to ask us if we need to know how to use the shovel. It's pretty self-explanatory. We don't need to know how to use a shovel. Stick it in the ground and you're done. So, all right. So now here's where the run can die. If I can get some prayers in the chat for the money rock, because that seems to happen every time my friend Swaff is in the stream. You know, he shoots a prayer in the chat, and it's usually within the first one. So, if we can get some chat love, that'd be great. So I'm gonna dig a hole right here. This is actually pretty optimal. Not the money rock. It's literally trial and error. Here's another pretty optimal one. Okay, not the money rock. So I'm digging 2 holes here because every time you hit the rock, you bounce back. And if you have 2 holes, it bounces you back into the hole, which you can't go through there because collision is a thing. So let's hope this isn't a gem rock. If it's a gem rock, I get text boxes, and that's just a bad time. There's the money rock. Thank you for your prayers, chat. You absolutely helped me on that one. So now all that's left for us to do is to go up to Tom Nook and pay our debt. If I do not hit that wall, that would be great. Okay. And last but not least, all we have to do is pay the raccoon. Tom Nook's gonna yell at us for a little bit saying, hey, are you able to pay this? And of course, the natural response if you just started the game is, no, of course I can't pay 10,000 bells. Little do we know, we're loaded. Our wallet is fat, and our tent is ready to become a full-fledged house. So we're going to tell Tom Nook that we are paying his debt. And time is going to be on the fist pump as soon as I get out of the room. Okay. And Tom's going to ramble. You just had to pick a color for the roof. And here we come up on time. Fist pump, let's go. 3, 2, 1, time.
Congratulations, MegaMaster.
What's the damage?
You really want to know?
Kinda. I'm a little scared.
We have on the clock it ends with a 55 and it begins with a 9.
Sub 10. That's okay. That still beats my first personal best. So not too bad at all. I had a 45. I actually had a 12-minute estimate just to be gracious. Sometimes the money rock can spawn at the bottom of the town if you're really having a bad day, which is super, super bad. But yeah, so that's Animal Crossing New Leaf First Step Percent. It's a really quick run, easy to pick up. I picked it up at the 12-hour challenge last year, and it's just been a time. So Golder Zoa is the world record holder with a 902. We think that an 858 is possible with a perfect fruit and a first try money rock, but again, we're just kind of at the mercy of RNG there. So I'd like to take a quick few moments to shout out a couple people. First and foremost, Draco Dan. If it weren't for seeing him at AGDQ, I probably wouldn't even be speedrunning right now. He's a great person for the community and just a bastion of awesomeness. I also want to shout out Rainbow Cheese 123, Venflow, The Blacktastic, Metal Glen Solid, the entire Team BN community. Just Resifos for putting on this marathon. Thank you for taking time out, and the people who volunteer for this. It's for a great cause, and I love what you're doing here. So super glad to have had a chance to put on a show for y'all.
And shout outs to you for putting on that run as well. And judging from the donation box, I guess the run was better than we thought because we have an anonymous $10 donation just saying world record hype. So that's world record. That's it.
That's it. We did it. I can
955.
stop running this game. Shout outs to Golder Zoa. He's gonna start picking it up again.
We beat the game.
We did it. That's it. Animal Crossing is dead. So can I?
It's over.
It's done. It's done. So, but yeah, that's gonna be it for that. Yeah. So thanks again, everybody. I really appreciate your time. If you want to pick up Animal Crossing New Leaf, the Speedrun.com leaderboard has a link to the Discord. They're a bunch of memers, but they are also a really good source of time. So, yeah. So that's gonna be it.
Yeah. Thank you. Up next, we've got PokeGuy84 with some Pokemon Red 80% no save corruption.